Now's a good time to remember where tequila's story truly began. In 1795, Cuervo invented tequila.
Cuervo.
What are you doing here?
Cuervo. Anytime someone says Cuervo, I show up.
Well, I do know that to be true, but even during ad reads, like...
Cuervo.
I think he could lay out, especially for one of our great partners.
Sweet, delicious Cuervo.
Since then, Cuervo has stayed true to its roots. The same family, the same land, the same passion.
Cuervo.
So, enjoy the tequila that started it all. Cuervo.
Cuervo.
The tequila that invented tequila. Proximo. Cuervo.com. Please drink responsibly.
Cuervo.
Rinse takes your laundry and hand-delivers it to your door, expertly cleaned and folded. So you could take the time once spent folding and sorting and waiting to finally pursue a whole new version of you. Like Tea Time You. Or this Tea Time You. Or even this Tea Time You.
So did you hear about Dave?
Or even Tea Time You.
So update on Dave.
It's up to you. We'll take the laundry. Rinse. It's time to be great.
At Sierra, discover top workout gear at incredible prices, which might lead to another discovery. Your headphones haven't been connected this whole time. Awkward. Discover top brands at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
I've got to be honest right now. I am a little bit lightheaded because I just got to sit next to what I believe to be 20 years of radio excellence in this market, where Zaslow, I don't know, his wings, his feathers came out, and he hit Tony with "You're high."
So did we.
You're out to lunch.
So did we.
Get a clue.
So did we.
You played yourself.
So did we.
Yo, Ben Stiller looking like a fool.
So did we.
Adam Silver doing nothing.
So did we.
I close on that.
That was opera.
So did we.
That was Zaslow opera as Mike's yelling, "Snowball's chance in hell."
So did we.
No one's answered my question. Let me try this again.
So did we.
What was the question? Because it was a long.
Yeah, it was. It was a Dan Le Batard type question.
Dan style.
I get it. It was a Dan style question. If Notre Dame and Miami played today, who do you think wins?
So did we.
Who do you think wins?
Where's the game?
Neutral field.
Notre Dame's favored by 4.5.
If it's in Miami, we know who's winning that game because Notre Dame hasn't won since 1988.
I think Notre Dame, with the way they've looked, each team's looked the last month, Notre Dame on a neutral field definitely favored.
Because Notre Dame won against Syracuse 70-7?
Yeah.
Because they've just
won 9 in a row.
I think even Mike would admit, game by game, they've looked better the last month.
I would admit Notre Dame would be favored against Miami, and I would also admit Notre Dame was favored when they played Miami week 1, and it didn't matter. They got controlled.
3 points.
This really isn't that complicated after that, though, and I will continue to remind you guys that the whole point of this is Miami being interesting, and so we'll talk about it for a month because it's good to put them side by side and be like, what are you talking about?
So did we.
No one wanted to answer the question.
But the fact of the matter is, on the way that Notre Dame is ranked, it's just basically that since they lost twice, they haven't been chested. Like, they've looked like they're getting better. Their offense is stronger.
They were tested against Boston College.
They're not playing close games. They're not.
They're not playing good teams.
No, that's correct. But they're not being.
They don't have a Louisville on their schedule. They don't have an SMU.
Yes, if they were playing Louisville and SMU back-to-back, perhaps they would have lost 2. They are not, but they are not playing close games, and Miami lost 2 of the games.
So did we.
And that's how you've sounded for a month, and it's only going to get worse, and people are going to dislike Miami, and Miami's going to enjoy being disliked, and we're going to argue for a month, and the whole point of it is to entertain the content machine.
Right, and I hate where we are, where it's just a Miami-Notre Dame conversation. Again, I think Notre Dame is a good team. I think they deserve to be in the playoffs. So do we.
So did we.
We're one of the best teams in the nation. I think what you're having is a lot of confirmation bias because Miami was underranked to start the season, and people pointed to Miami shooting themselves in the foot and saying that's who Miami's team is, and they haven't checked back in. If Notre Dame gets to be a different team after their losses, why isn't that afforded to Miami? We've played 4 games. It's a quarter of the season since Miami played that game against SMU. You've watched Miami every week. Miami does look different from that game. Miami is doing different things since that game. Miami has navigated injuries since that game. Miami is one of the best teams in the nation. If Miami gets into that tournament, they have a legitimate shot to beat whoever lines up in front of them. And I think the discourse, and I'm partly to blame here, is just solely about Miami and Notre Dame. When the fact is, Miami deserves to be in that tournament on merit.
Is anyone else tired of this as subject matter?
I just love that it's partly to blame when the person who centered the entire thing around the one game of which Miami dominated Notre Dame for a 3-point win. I'm sure we can find the word dominated in there somewhere.
Because what's going to happen is the rankings are going to come out today, and Miami is once again going to be on the outside looking in. I'm going to be looking at incredible multiple scenarios inside the ACC, trying to figure out how I can get into this tournament with my 23% FPI college football playoff predictor chances, and that is a plight that is on me and not on Notre Dame, as they're sitting comfy at 73% when they lost the effing game.
Maybe score 70 points and win 9 games in a row. And don't lose 2 games out of 3 weeks.
But what are you talking about? Miami, Notre Dame lost 2 in a row. I heard this on Kirk Herbstreit and Joey Galloway's. What do you say? Well, Joey Galloway, don't take anything that guy says seriously because he's just a shit stirrer.
Fastest guy in the league.
He's just a shit stirrer.
But how did that happen? That happened on.
This is always who he is.
Is that an Ohio State thing?
He's just a shit stirrer.
Joey
it's a character
Galloway.
trait. And he said, well, Miami lost 2 games in 3 weeks. I'm like, hold up. Wait a second. That's the argument? Because Notre Dame lost 2 in 2 weeks. What are we doing? And then, Kirk Herbstreit made the point, those games were close. There has to be a punitive measure. Miami beat themselves in this game. So now the loss is being close hurts Miami. What are we doing? BYU lost a game by more points than Miami's lost their last 3 games combined. Miami is a really good team. They don't get beat up. No one has Miami's number and kicks their ass. That's not something that's happened to Miami this season. Miami's kicked a lot of ass. Miami's dished out dominations. I wish the score would reflect the point to the extent that we kicked that ass against Florida and FSU and Notre Dame. We don't have the style points. Now we're going for style points, and it's a terrible way to watch a game. Miami's one of the best teams in the nation. They deserve to be in the college football playoff. Everyone's subscribing to groupthink, and it's bullshit.
Okay, forget about BYU. All right, number 11 and number 12 are going to be the ACC champion and the Big 12 and the Big 12 champion, or maybe some combination of the group of 5 champion. The only way for Miami to get into the college football playoff is if they're in instead of Notre Dame, right? Both can't get in.
Which is a shame, because I think both...
No, so you're confirming that. I'm asking you, essentially.
Yeah, I think right now the most likely scenario... I think the most likely scenario, if you look at FPI, what the committee is telling you, the most likely scenario here is that Miami is going to be left on the outside.
Yeah.
And Notre Dame is going to be in.
Yeah.
Kirk Herbstreit asked the question, at what point does head-to-head cease to matter? And I've heard Kirk Herbstreit's podcast for several weeks.
What do you say?
He's often said that if Miami finishes 10-2, then head-to-head should matter. And it's a bet. What's happening here is everyone assumed Miami would pack it in after they lost to SMU. And Miami is annoying the hell out of this committee by winning all these games and forcing them to have this conversation. I'm curious to see what they do with Vanderbilt. Does Vanderbilt find its way ahead of Miami so they can avoid this tier thing that they keep telling us about?
I'm so done with you, Missouri.
So did we.
I will never believe in you again, Missouri.
So did we.
Never again.
So did we.
You guys are leaving me on an island here, and there's not enough people saying, yo, Miami is really friggin' good. Miami deserves to be in this college football playoff.
You're making the argument well enough, and I believe most people watching the games would say there are 3 or 4 teams in the country that would be favored against Miami. Texas Tech, Texas A&M. There are very few teams, if I put them right now on a field and said it's one game for everything, that are going to be favored by a great deal over Miami.
I think they smoked Texas Tech. I think there's a great deal of teams that we smoke.
Well, Georgia probably on reputation.
We didn't smoke Virginia Tech.
That's right.
Yeah, you did. I mean, did you watch the game?
It was a 10-point game late in the 4th.
It was a bullshit game.
Didn't cover.
I'm just saying, you're saying smoke them.
We smoked. Our win probability never went below 92%. Yeah, we kicked their ass. We went into Blacksburg and we kicked their ass.
All right,
now we like those ESPN
This is
metrics.
where we are with this, though. It's Snowball's chance in hell over here, and we kicked that ass, and he's getting emotional because he wants to be one of the 12 teams.
I'm getting frustrated because no one's answering my question. No one else.
What was the question, to be honest? What was the question?
Does Miami deserve to be in the college football playoff?
That wasn't the question. The question was who would win between them and Notre Dame.
No one answered that, so let me try this a different way. Does Miami deserve to be in the college football playoff?
Yes.
Dan, would you like to take a stab?
Sure.
They should have won all their games. Teams that win all their games should probably make it.
They didn't. There's 4 teams that have won all their games. Now there's a cluster of 10-2 teams, and Miami is the best win out of them.
This is the discussion. Look, man. I think
the worst losses, though?
Okay, but...
No. FSU beat Alabama. That doesn't stick to them.
It's true.
Miami's got a rank... SMU better be ranked today. Miami's got a rank loss to SMU.
Yeah, but we can't do the whole, same opponent and who beat that same opponent better for Miami and Alabama, right?
No, we've decided that we're not going to do that, and the Alabama FSU result doesn't matter.
Can I get you, is there a way to quiet this storm somehow, publicly, privately, every kind of way, by just conceding to you that everyone listening to this would probably tell you, yeah, I think Miami is one of the 12 best teams in the country. And then everything after that is just arguing about the 10 slots, the 8 slots for the other 2 lost teams. As we know, oh, Texas isn't that good. Oh, Oklahoma's not that good. Oh, Georgia Tech's not that good. That among these 2 lost teams, yeah, Miami's probably probably the best of the 6 2-loss teams.
If I remove the brands from this, no one's okay with the scenario in which 2 teams are in the college football playoff precipice, Notre Dame in, Miami out. But 2 10-2 teams, and the tiebreaker usually is head-to-head, and they're not taking that into account.
Jeremy, how is that a losing argument?
It's not a losing argument. I just think we've seen it before. Like, it doesn't surprise me with the college football playoff when we see that they're including head-to-head as a factor. It's not the only factor, and maybe it should be when you get to the end of the season and these teams are sitting at the same record, but they've had different schedules. They play different teams. This isn't the NFL where you're playing all of the same teams against each other.
Though.
No, there are a ton of similar opponents. And if these were 2 simply just ACC teams, maybe we're having a different conversation. But we're not. Like, this has been the case with the college football playoff for years. And Mike, it's why I support you and why, Dan, you should follow your own precedent that you set from 2017, which is if a team that deserves to be in the college football playoff is excluded by ESPN and the conglomerate of people keeping them out purely for biased perspectives, you should crown Miami national champions.
What does Zyn give you? Not just smoke-free nicotine satisfaction, but real freedom. Freedom to do what you love and choose your rewards. With Zyn Rewards, you can redeem points for premium tech, outdoor gear, and gift cards to your favorite retailers. Find your Zyn and keep finding rewards that fit your lifestyle at zyn.com/rewards. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
This time of year, it's a lot. Lights, noise, pumpkin spice, it's everywhere. But one feeling that we are all still chasing is coziness. And Bombas has the socks, slippers, and tees, basically everything to get you there. There's something oddly therapeutic about a fresh pair of socks, and Bombas knows that feeling and builds it into everything they make. Slippers you can melt into, tees that feel just right, comfort that holds up, wash after wash. And gifting, Bombas makes that easy too. Your wife, your kid's girlfriend, your neighbor's newborn, your mom's new friend. Yeah, they got socks for them all. They're even stepping up the footwear game. New colors, new styles, fluffy things, suede things. If you got feet, they've got something for you. And the best part, every pair you buy, Bombas donates one to someone experiencing homelessness. Cozy for you, cozy for someone else. I wear Bombas.
I got myself 3 pairs of underwear from Bombas, and they don't ride up, they don't bunch, they are very comfortable, very soft, and enjoyable to wear.
It's cozy season. It's Bombas season. Head over to bombas.com/Dan and use code Dan for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/DAN and use code DAN at checkout.
Hey, Chris here. Black Friday game day is coming to Prime, and it'll be an epic day of live sports. Black Friday football is at the center of it, with the Chicago Bears taking on the Philadelphia Eagles at 3 p.m. Eastern. That's followed by the final night of the Emirates Cup NBA group play, and a doubleheader starting with the Bucks and Knicks at 7 p.m. and the Mavericks and Lakers at 10 p.m. What a nightcap game that is. But the whole day starts with the return of the Capital One Skins game, as 4 elite PGA golfers face off with $4 million on the line. Black Friday game day tees off with Capital One Skins game at 9 a.m. Eastern before the big Bears-Eagles game at 3 p.m. And it culminates with a double dose of Emirates NBA Cup action, featuring Bucks-Knicks at 7 p.m. and Mavs-Lakers at 10 p.m. Only on Prime.
Dan Le Batard.
If Daniel Day-Lewis did it, you'd be jerking off all over yourself.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I would be.
Aggressive description.
I mean, what is it? What is that?
No, I'm just saying.
No,
you know what?
That's
You're
me.
just saying what?
That's me.
That was
Daniel
something
Day-Lewis
brewed from
does something.
yesterday, yeah.
I see that photo of Daniel Day-Lewis looking like Lincoln before he's about to start filming Lincoln. And you know what I do, Amin?
Stugotz.
I jerk off all over myself. That's what I do.
Lincoln, who you outed the other day?
Don't make this a rejoin.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
The committee has an incredible chance ahead of them tonight to come out, put Miami in, leave Notre Dame out. Tonight, though.
Just to get the juices
Just
flowing.
to get the juices flowing. Just to get people riled up before Thanksgiving.
My juices are flowing.
I alluded to, why does Notre Dame get to sit comfy on Thanksgiving at 73% while I'm living and dying at 23? You would have thought that head-to-head matchup would have at least afforded me that. But they're in the catbird seat, and I don't get it.
The committee puts their hat on that hat rack, all the white hats that they got literally 3 seconds before that video. They say, look,
dude,
we'll put Miami in. Let's just have some fun.
I can't even stand up right now.
They're mailing it in too, Dan. Chris is mailing it in. I'm not, obviously. But everybody else in America is mailing it in. The college football committee says, hey, you know what? Put Miami in. Let's have some fun
This is the problem I'm having around here, okay, is that Jeremy, as all you guys are talking, is saying to me, do you know that Norman Powell is second only to SGA in points per isolation?
That's right. That's some good company. SGA, Norman Powell.
It's not what we were talking about.
Doesn't matter.
And what Mike is doing is he's making a good but tedious argument.
So did we.
And I don't think you're wrong. And I think the point is to have you arguing, and you're just raising the stakes on what that Pittsburgh game will be, because you're dying for the feeling of the last 2 years where you're snorting the edge of the earth because you're very close to the championship. If you get to the playoffs, your team is ascending. Mario Cristobal is clearly climbing. If he's getting better every year and you can get blown out in your sport like James Franklin just did, like, if that's the stakes on we're going to pay these guys $90 million with $50 million buyouts, Mario Cristobal's trajectory the last couple of years has been up. His last team was flawed, but wonderful offensively, wonderful to watch. But you didn't believe in it the way you believe in this one, being physical, being fast, side to side on defense, having a lot of ways to beat you. You believe in a playoff. This is your best chance to win a championship. Like, this is the best chance you've had in how many years?
Yeah, no, this is the best team that we've had since turn of the century. You know, you remember when we asked about Ichiro's contract and David Sampson was just like, it can't be. It simply can't be. And if Miami handles business at Pittsburgh and they finish this season at
do they have to beat him better than Notre Dame did?
I don't understand that point when the head coach said, and has since apologized for, like, Notre Dame doesn't matter. When asked about the Notre Dame game, he said the Miami game. Like, it was just weird. This is a conference game. Pittsburgh is playing for a chance to get into the conference championship game. There's a totally different scenario. And I'm glad Lou Riddick and Chuckle have an opportunity to correct their wrongs.
You know the committee doesn't care.
You know what?
No. But what I'm saying about it can't be is Miami is 10-2. Notre Dame is 10-2. They both played. Miami beat Notre Dame. Miami gets shut out of the college football playoff. Notre Dame's best win is against a middling USC team. I could even understand potentially, slightly, if Notre Dame stacked these crazy wins. If they went to Athens and beat Georgia, I'm like, all right, that's impressive. But they don't. They don't have great wins. So why are you shutting Miami out? What happened on the field has to matter. I think if we told anybody at the beginning of the season that this scenario was possible, they'd all be like, that's bullshit. That's not football. That's not right. One team won, one team lost. The team that won should be rewarded, not penalized.
We can all agree if there was an NIT, they'd be a 1 seed.
Oh, yeah.
All right, look, this is the part that's pissing me off, okay? Because the way that he's getting here is a bit disrespectful on a couple of fronts. And I'm surprised you're not offended on Bob Wishusen's behalf. When Mike sideswipes local legend Bob Wishusen. Chuckle fuck.
Yeah.
Hits Bob Wishusen is one of the top 10 broadcasters to come out of South Florida over Mike's tenure. For him to dismiss him with a chuckle fuck while also sideswiping, I don't know where Joey Galloway works right now, but
ESPN.
Okay, so your colleague.
Yeah.
Your colleague.
That's my coworker.
Your Joey Galloway with calling him whatever he is, whatever you were calling him, a shitster.
You're choosing sides? You're choosing ESPN over us? Is that what you're doing?
No, well, I'm choosing respect. If you know anything about me, you know I'm a man of respect.
What about this man right here?
I respect him too.
You don't respect him,
He
obviously.
didn't say anything bad about me.
Look, Bob Wishusen, I consider him a friend. So much so
in the
that
hockey chat.
he is saved in my phone as Chuckle.
You are.
Yeah, look.
What is a chuckle?
Alleged this is a term.
Him going after Bob, like they're friends.
A term of endearment. You're calling Bob Wishusen publicly. Hold on a second.
Is that what he saved
Wait
as,
a
Tony?
minute.
Look,
That's what he saved as. Bob
So
Wishusen,
wait a minute.
Chuckle.
Hold on. I didn't know you had this relationship with local legend and I don't know if I can.
Former Boukshambi roommate.
Look, Bob Wishusen, I would say, is one of the great prodigies to come through this town. You're reducing him to Chuckle because he's stuck with Miami, Virginia Tech, while everyone else has the good games. Chuckle is disrespectful.
Yeah, I understand.
Why are you doing
He
that?
disrespected me by perpetuating this narrative. I don't know who from the CFP committee got in their ear and said, hey, if Miami doesn't win this game by 40 points and you don't set that tone early, it's a disaster for them. And they just went along with this narrative, and it was a horrible way to watch a game. And since then, Lou Riddick has been overcompensating, saying head-to-head matters. To me, Miami should be in. I'm like, that would have been nice to hear. Guess what, Lou Riddick and Chuckle You get an opportunity this weekend to fix that.
Sounds like he's saying Bob and Lou Riddick did not hang their hat when they walked into that broadcast booth.
No, they were pawns. And I alerted Bob Wishusen to, hey, Bob, you're being used here. So shape up.
How many people are you going to call out? Lou Riddick has now been called out, and shit stirrer Joey Galloway. Does he have a reputation as
Jordan
a shit stirrer?
McPherson, AP voter.
What do you say?
That ranked Miami behind Notre Dame as a Miami Herald writer.
Wow,
the hell you doing, pal?
How dare you call Jordan McPherson? That's a kind man.
Look, there's a huge problem here with the AP and the coaches poll, because I know what they do. They look at last week's rankings, and they look at the box scores, and then like a little thing here, a little thing there.
That's what they do?
Every voter is being asked an existential question about football, and they should take that responsibility seriously. The fact that only 4 AP voters have Miami over Notre Dame when they have the same record, played on a football field, and Miami won is criminal.
Okay.
There is a war on football, and you as an AP voter and a coach, there isn't a coach on God's green earth that would be okay with this. They're all subscribing to this groupthink. There is a war on football. Stand your ground and vote with your heart. Vote for what's right. Vote for what happens on the field.
Go on.
Because games matter. Okay. Don't talk to me about who would be favored. They play the games for a reason.
Going after Jordan McPherson.
Mike, you are continuing.
I guarantee you he's fixing that next week. I guarantee you he is. If Miami wins and doesn't fall on their face in November like
this is who we're going after. This is who we're going after.
Better.
This guy's awesome.
He better.
I love
he
Jordan.
better. Jordan. Jordan.
Okay.
If you do this shit again, if Miami goes into Pittsburgh at noon with Lou Riddick and Chuckle on the broadcast and they take care of business, you need to do the right thing. And let me tell you, the right thing is overcompensating and putting Miami at number 4. So did
Mike,
we.
I need you to stop cursing.
I think my tone was good there. So did we.
This is the problem with what's happening right here, okay? You are unhinged. You're out to sea. I can't do this for a month.
No one's watched Miami since they lost.
Mike?
I checked in the fourth quarter to see the score.
You told us not to, by the way.
Mike, I'm just telling you that while you're shouting at everyone in America about this because you care about this program and you care about this championship chance, I've got Jeremy. Now, he's moved off of Norm Powell stats in isolation, and he's asking me for the descriptor on the show, is Chuckle one word or two?
I think it's two.
It's two.
It's
First
two?
name Chuckle, last name.
Okay.
It's disrespectful.
Do PH, though, for, you know.
It's disrespectful. Like, Zaslow, I have rarely heard in our market someone of Bob Wishusen's pedigree being taken down by a similar colleague, peer of good repute in the industry. To dismiss the other one as Chuckle is as disrespectful a thing. Mike, don't play the innocent here as if you don't know who you're coming after.
Don't talk to me like I didn't take this complaint directly to Bob Wishusen.
He would say it to Chuckle's
And
face.
what did he say?
I did. You were in the group chat.
You
were in the group chat.
I don't see everything.
You were in the group chat.
I know.
It's hard to keep up with
added
those
him
group chats.
at Chuckle.
Do we need to get Wishusen on? He's a local legend, Mike, and you're being disrespectful. And
I'm not being disrespectful.
It's disrespectful.
Mike,
How?
Mike,
He was disrespectful to my program.
Mike, no one would say Chuckle is respectful. No one would say that. No one. That makes it disrespectful.
He's a pawn in the CFP committee's game. He went with this ridiculous narrative.
Him and Lou Riddick.
Yes, both of them.
Co-conspirators.
Co-conspirators.
With Joey Galloway, that shit sir.
He's a shit sir. He's a different. Put him off to the side. No one can take Joey Galloway seriously. Don't. Listen. I've been in this game for 20 years. Don't take a word that guy says seriously.
Put it on the poll.
I've heard that.
Put it on the poll. What?
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's your colleague.
Yeah, he doesn't have any conviction. He
That's
just
your
moves on from
colleague.
argument to argument.
I'm just saying what I've heard.
He moves on from
Not my
argument to
opinion.
argument.
I've heard that.
That's your colleague.
Did you watch the next game that he did?
But
He's like,
I've
head-to-head
heard
has to
that.
matter.
I've heard that. I literally just heard it.
We're
I've
efforting
heard
for
that.
Bob.
You're saying that Lou Riddick, well, we should talk to Lou Riddick too. If you're saying they're co-conspirators, Chuckle and Lou.
I don't know Lou like that. I do know Chuckle like that.
So did we.
You guys are trying to work me up. When I came in here, I'm like, I'm going to be.
You're not worked up yet?
We're trying to work you. We're trying to
We're getting there.
There is a criminal enterprise that is operating right under your noses, and you're all just like, all right, this is cool.
Been here for 8 years,
Everything that we learned about football, about results mattering, head-to-head mattering, I guess let's throw that out the window because they lit up Fran Brown.
Yeah,
now I know why Fran Brown obsesses over quitting so much.
Stinky Fran
because
Brown.
His team quits on his ass.
Okay, 70-7. That was bad. They played their third-string quarterback at home against North Carolina. Look, some of these teams are breaking. Louisville is not the same team now when they get injured.
They lost 2 Browns.
No, so at the end of the season, Miami's thing is formidable. We all know this. I just need you to settle down on this front. You're cursing too much.
Yes.
There are too many curses in this segment.
I'm sorry.
And now I think Chris Cody is hearing curses in places that they don't exist. This was an argument before the show that we had about Creighton. You're going to have to describe this play to the audience here, but I think Chris Cody made an editing mistake because I think he bleeped something that was not meant to be bleeped here as an official tries to, or an announcer goes crazy because of what, a blocking call?
Yes, Creighton is on defense, and this guy comes up for a crazy dunk, and they call a foul, where if you watch the play, there's hardly any contact, but this broadcaster, his name is John Bishop. It was Creighton versus Baylor. John Bishop loses his mind when there's a call, and we'll relive this bleep after, but I don't want to play the whole thing because it's great sound.
Carr into the paint, missed the dunk, and a foul? What are you talking about? That was 2 seconds after the play ended. Carr driving. He's outside the circle. He's outside the circle and he's set. He was outside the circle and he was set. Brett Smith blew it. He was outside the restricted area. He was straight up and down. He was set like the statue sitting out in front of New York, and they called that. That's an absolutely horse crap call in a game that's been played out like this. Unbelievable bailout call by an incompetent referee. And ball don't lie.
And then he missed the free throw. Ball don't lie.
Do you guys remember Don West from QVC? When he would open up a sporting pack and be like, look, Juan Gonzalez. That sounds just like the late Don West.
So when I heard this first call, I heard it unbleeped. I'm convinced. I'm going to play now.
Like, you're telling me you think that announcer right there, it's a television radio?
It's a radio, but I'm going to replay it with the bleep.
You're telling me into the paint, missed the dunk, and a foul? What are you talking about?
There's no way.
I wish he
An
had.
effing foul?
All right, let me play now.
A professional play-by-play man into a microphone, you think shouted out an effing foul.
Now, luckily, we have a team around here because before the show, I bleeped it, and then I found out from our team, they're like, hey, he doesn't say the F word. He says blocking foul. Blocking, blinking, those are similar. Let's replay now without the bleep.
You decided to bleep this.
I listened to it multiple times, and I thought I heard the F word.
It's so much better with the bleep than it is without it. A blocking foul is one form of outrage.
You listen for yourself. Tell me what you hear.
No, but not only listen for yourself, know that the volume he comes at this expects the second syllable to be
Referee. R into the paint, missed the dunk, and a blocking foul? What are you talking about?
Tiene pinta.
It's very clearly blocking.
I don't know how you missed that.
And a blocking foul? What are you talking
you guys
about?
You guys have the ability to know before what the controversy was. If you're just listening to this the first time, I'm telling you, I thought it was
No, I think we have the ability to know that it's a crazy thing for a play-by-play guy.
That's why I thought it was great
shout
sound.
A effing foul.
Play it one more time, but throw up the image of Dandy Don West in the background, even though that's not Dandy Don West. Look at Dandy Don West.
And a blocking foul?
Look,
what are you?
Do you realize, guys, how much greater the games would be if you could just let it fly like that in your second syllable? Hey, bleeping foul. It's so much better that way.
My mistake. Hand up. But that's me working hard. You say I'm Thanksgiving week
doing
mailing it
extra
in.
work,
That is
Dan.
me going above and beyond.
Do you have any other Thanksgiving things to sprinkle over the laziness of nobody's working this week?
I have rapper Plies talking about his ideal Thanksgiving menu.
It's my favorite time of the year. I'm finna make my menu for Thanksgiving. We're gonna start off with the meats. I want me a deep fried turkey. I'm talking about a peanut or a turkey. I'm talking about you got to season that 2-3 days in advance. Shoot them with that Cajun butter. Skirt all in the neck, all in the breast. Skirt all in the back. Skirt all in the wine. Skirt. Hit them all over with that Cajun butter. Skirt. Then I want a honey baked ham. I'm talking about glaze and shine that motherfucker with all that motherfucker sugar, all that motherfucker. Ooh, and I want me a motherfucker tuck in the oven, slow bake tuck it on 250. I'm talking about bake that motherfucker all night, fall asleep, cooking that motherfucker. Then you wake up in the morning, that motherfucker so tender. Gobble, gobble.
I gotta have that food. That sounds that's the type of care. That, you know, when they say the secret ingredient is love,
That's it.
that is going to be. That's gonna. You know the meal from Hook, the food fight. That's what it's gonna be.
I think he may have said blocking.
God damn it.
This might be the most bleeped hour in the history of our show. Do you have anything else from the Thanksgiving bucket so I can just be done with this and we can try over the course of the next 2 days to give people the show they deserve instead of the lazy Thanksgiving one you want to do?
I have Dan wishing everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. This microphone smells like crap.
It's a Frito mic. I remember that one.
You can hear the smell of the microphone.
Happy
Calcium.
Thanksgiving, everybody. This microphone smells like crap.
Calcium.
Were you like 10 feet away? Why was that so? Did
you, like,
so
cover your
far?
face?
Yeah.
It was the Frito microphone.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
When you
This
say it was the
microphone smells
Frito
like crap.
microphone, I legitimately don't know whether you mean Josh Friedman.
Definitely him.
Happy
Definitely.
Thanksgiving, everybody.
Not Frito Lay's.
Nope.
Game Time is the official ticketing partner of the Dan Le Batard Show, and I cannot wait to get out to some NFL games this season. As the games increase in importance, the tickets are harder to come by, and nothing beats being in that stadium with everybody losing their minds. But like I said, tickets, not so easy. So why don't you download the Game Time app, because from my experience, that's where I always turn to find the best deal. But take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets. Game Time gives the advantage back to us, the fans. It's a hack for grabbing amazing tickets in just a couple of taps. Super easy to use, totally trustworthy, and the Game Time guarantee means you're getting 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price, and yes, fees included. What you see is what you pay. Take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code DAN for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code DAN for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today.
Get nutty with Hampton Farms, the official peanut of bowl season, bringing you the ultimate game day snack. There's nothing like the roar of the crowd, the thrill of the play, and the satisfying crack of fresh in-shell peanuts. From the first kickoff to the final whistle, Hampton Farms Peanuts keeps your energy high and your taste buds happy. Join the celebration of college football with every delicious crunch. Purchased for sharing with friends, tailgating outside the stadium, or cheering from the couch. Grab a bag from the produce aisle of your local grocery store and savor the game one peanut at a time.
It's the holidays and the 50th anniversary of Miller Lite. The holidays are all about gathering around with family and friends, so why don't you bring out a cornucopia of that beautiful white can Miller Lite, or draft, whatever it is. You know it's going to be a special time when you bring out Miller Lite, because Miller Lite makes special time Miller time. Whether it's a late night hang after the holiday party or standing around a fire pit with the fam, Miller Lite just fits. It's a taste you know you can depend on. Brewed for flavor with simple ingredients like malted barley, rich balanced toffee notes, and that iconic golden color. And at 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces, it lets you enjoy the season without weighing you down. The original light beer since 1975 and still hitting different 50 years later. The best holiday beers are the ones you don't expect. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you. Or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. 'Tis Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
Dan Le Batard.
My algorithm on Instagram is, Dan, it's all boobs.
Stugotz.
It's a good algorithm.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
I texted Bob Wishusen, can you join us right now? Mike is giving you crap for your Canes coverage on Saturday. His response, I can't, unfortunately. Just tell him he's wrong, whatever he's saying.
I don't think he respects you enough either. I believe Chuckle F over there, South Florida broadcasting legend, is doing a little chortling in his suit with his guy Lou Riddick, co-conspirator, to laugh at Miami when you're from here, Bob. You came here and you earned your college football adjacent credentials in this town.
So did we.
Don't chuckle, us.
So did we.
I'm going to hit him up. Maybe have a little happy hour in Pittsburgh on Friday.
So did we.
Maybe take a different approach. Come here, Chuckle. Come here. Let me put my arm around you.
Ooh, you're going, Mike?
Yeah, I'm going to the game.
Oh.
Business trip.
Zaslow.
High probability to be sad.
Zaz, let him borrow your sweater.
Zaslow, where are you going? Are you going to a cold place this weekend?
Yeah, I'm going to Norman, Oklahoma.
Are you going to get more clothes? Because that's going to be bitter
No.
cold. No, Zaslow, you're not going to do it again.
No, I told you already. I control my own blood. I'll be fine.
That doesn't even make sense.
Well, you wouldn't
stupid.
know.
You sound stupid.
You wouldn't understand.
You sound stupid.
Oklahoma Norman might be colder this time of year. This bone-chilling
Pittsburgh?
cold, you're going to do a show outside?
Yeah, of course.
I think it's got to be 25 degrees noon start for Miami Pittsburgh.
You understand the deeper winter gets, the colder it gets, yes?
Yeah, no, but whatever, man. I'm tough. You're right.
All right, Tony.
Potential for rain, by the way, on Saturday, Dano, in Norman, Oklahoma. You ready for that?
That would
Cold
be
rain.
brutal.
You know about cold rain?
Speaking of Norman,
I got raincoat.
second in points per isolation behind Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
56 degrees, Zaz. You're going to be all right.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Zaslow is. I did not think that with everyone eating at the football trough, that Zaslow would have an opinion controversial and unique among people talking about sports in this market. Where Zaslow is now a person that any time in a football game, an outbreak of punching happens because these tacklers are getting better and better at hunting the football with punches.
Someone should send me video of last night because no one's done that yet.
Zaslow, don't act burdened by it. This is a great honor the audience bestows upon you by having a take no one else has, which you want to ban. You want to ban punching in football.
Yeah.
So the 50 times a weekend that someone punches out the football, you get the tweet, "Eat it, Zaz. That's a good play." But the one time a guy gets hit in the junk and a fight breaks out after the game, oh, by the way, Carolina Panthers in the mix. When a fight breaks out during a game last night, at the end of the game, Zaslow is being tweeted by the internet, the entirety of the internet, because he is more associated with this take than anyone. Mark Schlereth of the world are saying punching's fine, and Zaslow's like, come on, let's draw the line at punching. Let's not punch anymore.
I mean, I have an incredible amount of, about that dick punch tweets at me last night.
Well, look how far the ball's away from the ball.
Oh, he's going for the ball.
balls are close.
No, but
he's
look,
going for the ball.
No, but look at
It's
this.
okay.
This is why the fight happened after this game, and that's a cast. That's a cast.
Maybe he was trying to get all the way to the ball with the punch.
Yeah.
And then,
That's right, so it's okay. It's legal. He's going for the ball. Oh, I missed. I hit him in the dick. Whoops.
For the record, I don't like this. This is bad.
But this is
We don't need the slow zoom, guys.
Yes, we do. No.
This shouldn't be allowed.
No,
The video's even better. This is the still. The video is
The
incredible.
still just looks inappropriate.
Video, thank you for this
Dan,
good
it's an
work.
uppercut.
Listen, stop right now. Everyone stop what you're doing. This has to be, there need to be criminal
Is that
charges.
a horse's leg?
Hey, yo.
Oh, I meant the arm.
Hey, yo.
That looks like from this still shot that could be a horse. kicking him
Everyone,
backwards.
listen, you settle down. I know you've been dreaming for the telestrator day when you get to do, can I draw a horse?
I wish I could circle right
horse
now where I'm
penis.
talking about.
Yes, okay, fine.
Let's get me that. I
Nobody,
want to be able to draw on our screen.
Nobody needs your knowledge of the horse penis right now.
GQ, get on that.
If you don't back off right now with your Thanksgiving confidence so that I can get to what I'm going to say here, there should be criminal charges for this. Chris Paul's about to retire after a great career, and one of the things I most associate is he did this to people. He did this to
He's
people.
a honker.
Oh, no, a honker.
He's a honker.
That kid's criminal.
He's a honker.
Look, it's criminal. Put this footage back up and do the close-up, please, again, because I want this to be an investigation from our show.
Dan, the ball was 3 players away.
He's wearing a cast. Look, these clubbed people, 3/4 of a way into a season that's not meant for the human body. This is a club he's wielding, and no wonder Jawan Jennings after the game wants to fight him. Because this is a criminal act. And I'm going to say the 49ers, with some of that money they stole from Ayuk, should press criminal charges.
In the video, you can't see her because it's a still. He's like way away from
It's
Jawan
an
Jennings.
uppercut.
And he's hitting him with an
This is a
uppercut.
crime.
I don't agree with it.
During Monday Night Football,
Assault.
Carolina in the mix.
They broke their streak of winning the coin toss and winning the game.
49ers 8-4. Look out.
Told you.
It's ridiculous. No, because come on.
I think I'm finally off the hook. New sound to isolate.
Can we get that sound, guys?
Get the sound, and what the sound you will hear.
You got punched in the ball.
That's what Jawan
Suey
Jennings
winner.
had, yeah.
This is. You will be able to isolate the delight of this sound. Will now speak. The thing that made me make that sound was the sheer delight in honestly marveling at how
We get that sound too.
How tough. Get them both and make them both music, because both of those sounds are. That's about as good during the sport. Like, this is a wide open NFL, okay? Kansas City and the Patriots. There's been a lot of dominance of
Dolphins
this thing.
were in the hunt this weekend.
But San Francisco 49ers, over the last 5 years, really close, really tough, really superstar. And the thing that made me make that sound is that they ground yesterday the Carolina Panthers to dust, even though the visual I have from last night's game is there's Fred Warner in one box. Oh, his body broke. There's Joey Bosa in another. Oh, his body broke. How is this team always doing it, even though they've got like half the functioning bones you need? And now the usage rate of the running back is back up so that they can withstand 3 Brock Purdy turnovers, because that team's 8-4. And they're built to be feared the same way that the Rams are, except their quarterback, you don't trust him the way you trust the Rams quarterback. But to see them survive the Mac Jones stuff and this level of injury, like, that organizational stability is crazy. They had injury at quarterback. Like, how is that team 8-4?
I mean, they've been helped with the schedule, but the thing is, Brock Purdy, you don't usually see that. That was kind of an outlier game from Brock Purdy. He's usually been really good taking care of the ball.
He was so bad.
3 interceptions the first half. I was like, I stepped away for a second. He threw 2 picks. I was like, what happened?
No, but they were up against Carolina, even though they should have 4 turnovers in the first half. Like, that team is physically something. That organization physically is something. George Kittle's the one still doing on 3/4 of his remaining functioning bones. Like, what the San Francisco 49ers are organizationally. I'd really like to get someone on that we can talk to about what just happened with Ayuk, because I thought guarantees were guarantees. Like, I thought something says it's a guarantee. Like, there are ways to get avoided criminally, but like, your behavior can't be missed meetings.
No,
and
but
stuff.
isn't it similar to Christian Wilkins?
Okay, but
yeah, but he just signed a $120 million deal in the offseason.
If at any point in my life, anyone listening to this, if I say to you that you have a contractual guarantee, that's a guarantee. Those don't get voided for stuff we don't know about. It's not missing meetings. But anyways, I speak ill-informed. I just assume the worst. I assume the 49ers have a lot of trouble keeping all those stars getting money. Ayuk wanted his money, got his money, and now they're trying to void the guarantees, because God knows how that affects Trent Williams' next contract. The point I'm trying to make is, I can't believe how tough that team is as an organization, because the sound I made was, that's Fred Warner and Joey Bosa in the booth. Like, Carolina was doing things offensively that suggested perhaps they could catch the broken Bucks. Perhaps. Like, Saints aren't any good.
Well, and by the way, like Tony, you mentioned about the schedule at San Francisco. They probably play in the best division in football. They're 4-1 in division.
Yeah, easily.
Like they're winning in the division.
Look, man, I know we get carried away analyzing things. This is not humanly sane, okay? Buffalo falls apart with injuries in a way that you don't trust them exactly. San Francisco goes through backup quarterbacks, and their quarterback throws 3 interceptions, and they're 8-4, and everyone knows they're going to be well coached, and you might question Kyle Shanahan because he blows a lead, but he might have a lead to blow, because he's blown more of them than anybody, at least in part because for the last 5 years, no team's been in a better position anywhere in football without having done something than them.
And their next 2 games are so easy. They're at Cleveland, and then they host Tennessee.
I mean, they survived. Like, Mac Jones looked competent. Like, you guys were giving Kevin O'Connell a credit that Kyle Shanahan's the only one to actually merit, right? Kyle Shanahan's the only one that actually merits. Yeah, he'll do it with any quarterback. He'll do it with Garoppolo.
I think Sean McVay's in that conversation too.
But what other Goff and Stafford, and that's it, right?
Yeah, but I mean, he
Baker resurrected.
It's like
his
one
career
game
over
though,
there.
Baker, right?
Okay, man, chill.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. This microphone smells like crap.
Now's a good time to remember where tequila's story truly began. In 1795, Cuervo invented tequila.
Cuervo.
What are you doing here?
Cuervo. Anytime someone says Cuervo, I show up.
Well, I do know that to be true, but even during ad reads, like
Cuervo.
I think you could lay out, especially for one of our great partners.
Sweet, delicious Cuervo.
Since then, Cuervo has stayed true to its roots. The same family, the same land, the same passion.
Cuervo.
So, enjoy the tequila that started it all. Cuervo.
Cuervo.
The tequila
that invented tequila.
ProximoCuervo.com. Please drink responsibly.